Rev up your engines!
Well, Tesla shares started sliding a little because it reported their first drop in annual deliveries. It's now delivered less than they did in the past, which only makes sense because, one, people aren't that enamored with electric cars. The people who are enamored with electric cars have already bought the stupid things. There's competition. Used to be, hey, Tesla was pretty much it for electric cars in the United States. Now there's all kinds of other companies that are out there selling cars. Granted, none of them are selling as many as he sold. All the other electric car manufacturers, it's peanuts, the amount of vehicles that they're actually selling. And of course, I don't know if I believe any of these figures anyways, because look at the data that I just read. It says total annual production 2024, 1,773,000. Then it says total annual deliveries 2024, 1,789,000. So it really makes you kind of wonder if any of these figures even mean anything. You got to trust the companies to tell you the truth. Do you trust companies to tell you the truth? I certainly don't. I get people sending me products all the time to try out. I don't do paid advertising, but I try them out and see if they're any good and tell everybody if they're good or not, right? And I get so much promises from these companies about what these products do. And then when I test them out, it's like, well, that's just made up. For example, they'll send me a booster for jump-starting cars. It'll say 3,000 watts, right? So I check them out. And they're not even near that when I test them with my equipment. So I personally don't believe a lot of the stuff the companies say because they're all full of baloney. They're just trying to get you to buy stuff, and they'll say anything to make you buy it. Well, no surprise, Tesla Cybertruck sales are disastrous. Tesla confirmed that their Cybertruck sales are disastrous with their quarterly results. Well, guess what? They're goofy, they break down, they don't do what they're supposed to do, they aren't very good off-road vehicles, start on fire. No surprise, they're ugly. I mean, okay, you come up with this idea, let's have stainless steel. Well, obviously it isn't the greatest stainless steel because they show that they stain and get stuff on them, but winter has now arrived. Take a look at a Tesla that's covered with salt and road grime. They look like dirty garbage cans. Paint, at least you can clean it off, get it going good. That stuff just does not look good with salt stains. Now, Tesla originally claimed they had 1 million reservations, right? Well, so far, they delivered an estimated 40,000. 40,000 of 1 million isn't much. And obviously, they didn't get 1 million people who were really interested in buying them. They just thought, oh, maybe we'll want when they came out and said, woo, forget that reservation. Give me my deposit back. And we don't even really know how many they actually sold because Tesla bundles sales of their Model 3 and Model Y together. And all of their other vehicles, including the Model S, the Model X, the Cybertruck, and Tesla Semi, are in their other models category. So we have no idea how many they actually sold. They want to hide it. It's probably even worse what you might think because they bundle those all together. They don't let you tell, here, so this many, this many, that. It's just another sleazy way that Tesla's using to hide what's actually going on. You'd think they'd want to say, oh, look how many we sold. No, they bundled it with a bunch of other ones, so you don't know how bad their sales of the Cybertrucks actually were. For example, in the fourth quarter of this year, Tesla said that they sold 23,640 of the other models. So that's 23,640 of Model S, Model X, Cybertrucks, and the Tesla Semi. They're not even breaking it down. And of course, the Tesla Semi, they really don't want to tell us because they're hardly selling any of those things. The big old electric semi-battery powered vehicle. Giant trucks with giant batteries just don't make any sense, really, for any kind of long-distance traveling. As one commenter said about it, Americans want a practical and functional truck. The single-motor version is still neither of those things. Sales will never be what Tesla envisioned. And I agree with that guy entirely. Well, the Ford F-150 line is the best-selling truck line 48 years in a row, and they say that it's also America's best-selling car for the 43rd year running. But it's not a car, it's a truck. That shouldn't be allowed to be included. Well, it's the best-selling car in America. It's the Ford F-150. It's not a car, it's a truck. Come on, you can't mix things together. They should just leave it at it's the best-selling truck for 48 years in a row. Fine. Don't say that it's the best-selling car for the last 43 years, because it's not a car. It's a truck. They will do anything to try to make themselves look better. Hey, it's not a car. It's a truck. How can you call it the best-selling car? You can't. Now, you could call it the best-selling vehicle. Okay, that's perfectly fine. But not the best-selling truck and also the best-selling car for the last 43 years. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. That's where Ford makes a lot of money. The F-150 series is keeping Ford afloat. Unlike their disaster of the F-150 Lightning electric pickup, which is just a disaster on wheels. They can't give those things away. 2023 in the third quarter, Ford sold a whopping 13,000. Actually, 12,260 F-150 Lightnings. People don't want them. For example, in 2023, Ford sold 523,370 F-150 series trucks, over 500,000, right? So, these electric trucks, dismal failure. Well, Ford really screwed up on that because they just basically took an F-150, they turned it into an electric truck. It wasn't even designed from the ground up as an electric truck. They claim they're going to be doing that, but they haven't done it yet. They're going to redesign the stuff, right? But with sales so low, why should they put billions into something that may itself fail too? Hey, Ford knows regular gas and diesel trucks. They should stick to what they know. Now, strange enough, Carvana stock is way up in the air. You know, they almost went bankrupt. They came back. Well, it looks like it may just be another case of smoke and mirrors. An explosive report was just released that accuses toxic Carvana of being a grift for the ages. Now, they've done it before. Ernest Garcia, who's the father of Carvana's CEO, sold $3.6 billion in stock between August 2020 and August 21, just before Carvana's stock plummeted 99% the following year. Now, it said that Garcia has sold another $1.4 billion in stock. Maybe it's going to fall just like it did before. Turns out they're borrowing money all over the place. And I could never figure out myself because the guy that wrote the article that said, hey, watch out, this is toxic. He sold one of his cars to Carvana. He said, they paid me way too much for the car. And that's what they do. They want to sell a bunch of stuff. They pay too much to the person selling the car, and then they ask way too much for the car. Now, that worked during coronavirus. People didn't want to go out. There was a limited amount of stuff for sale. They delivered to your house. So, hey, they sold a lot of cars at way too high prices. But now, things are starting to turn around. Used car prices are starting to go down. Now, what happened before, when they went down 99% of their value, seems to be happening again. Here's what happened before. Carvana was hit by tons of debt, reduced incoming investment, and uncompetitive pricing. Wall Street drubbed them. They went down 99%, and it could easily be happening again. Their stuff is overpriced. They're not going to be selling as many. The market is starting to go down. These guys and the father of the CEO is selling $1.6 billion in stock. He sold $2.something billion in the past before it collapsed. So, it makes sense to me. To me, it's in debt all over the place, and they borrow money like no tomorrow. And they always put on this facade that the company's doing good. Well, yeah, when the price of used cars is high, it is, but now that they're coming down, companies like that have bought a bunch of cars at an inflated price, hey, they can't make money on that stuff. I'm amazed that the company even exists anymore, but they pulled a lot of financial wheeling, dealing stuff, borrowing money. They even did stuff with junk bonds in the past. I mean, I'm amazed the company's still afloat. It just amazes me. Well, it's bad enough for Ford that hardly anybody's buying their F-150 Lightning pickup trucks, but now the National Traffic Highway Safety Administration is recalling thousands of 2023 to 2024 F-150 Lightning electric trucks because they might crash. The wheels might fall off. Turns out that the front upper control arm ball joint nut might have been tightened incorrectly. It's loose. And then guess what? The ball joint breaks off and the wheel falls off. Now, it's bad enough that they can't sell these things, but then the ones that they did sell, the wheel might fall off where you're going to, because they didn't tighten the bolt. Quality control is definitely not number one at Ford anymore. And as usual, get this. Owner notification letters are expected to be mailed on February 3rd, 2025. Okay, it's January 3rd as I've shot this video, so it's going to be a whole month before they even warn people. That's ridiculous. As soon as they find out that there's a problem, they should be immediately forced to warn people, email them, whatever. Put news out somehow. We live in an electronic age, baby. Oh, we'll send a letter to the people. Let's send them some snail mail. Hey, maybe the wheel will come off in between. They'll be killed, but hey, that's the law. We're allowed to just run it by snail mail. We live in an electronic age. You can warn people a heck of a lot faster. But they don't want to because it makes them look bad. Not only can't they sell the things, but the ones they're building aren't even bolted together correctly. You can't make this stuff up. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.